On Tuesday, the LA County Board of Supervisors will adjourn in Gloria Molina's memory, and the flags in the county of LA will be lowered to half staff. While many people are sad about her passing, many others are celebrating a splendid life.
I was her best man in her wedding. That never stopped her from, jalando mi oreja, pulling my ear if she, disagreed with me on something, if she wanted me to do something. And I usually did it. And I did because I respected her.
That's former LA Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa praising his dear friend and fellow Democrat Gloria Molina weeks before her passing. She died Sunday, May 14th at her home after a hard-fought battle with cancer. Molina, the eldest of 10 kids, born to working-class parents on LA's east side, blazed a trail in politics. First Latina elected to the California State Assembly. First Latina elected to the LA City Council. First Latina elected to the LA County Board of Supervisors, where all the other supervisors were white males. On Monday, LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn told me a story told to her by her father, the late Supervisor Kenny Hahn. Gloria Molina began governing on the county board in 1990, and the men took notice.
My mom was this 50s housewife, right? She stayed at home. For my dad, it was kind of a new experience to have a colleague on the Board of Supervisors be not just any woman, but a fiery, strong, fierce woman like Gloria Molina. So I think it took some getting used to.
Over the course of her career, Ms. Molina was known for taking up the cause of the underdog. Built a prison in East LA, not so fast. Refused to shut down the toxin-spewing Exide battery plant in her East Side district. Prepare for a fight. Right by her side in the battle to keep a prison out of East Los Angeles, Monsignor John Moretta of Resurrection Church in Boyle Heights.
They wanted to put a prison in East LA, and it was the first time in the history of the state that they were going to put a prison against the will of the people. But she took that cause up, and she will always be identified with that because that put her really in a limelight. I mean, she took on the most powerful politician, probably, which was Willie Brown, 2 sitting governors, Pete Wilson and Duke Majan.
We'll have much more on Ms. Molina at 6 o'clock and her willingness to always take on a battle. Of course, many people knew that she was very ill. She posted on Facebook that she had terminal cancer, and she faced it like she did all of her battles in life with absolute determination and courage. Laura Diaz reporting live from downtown Los Angeles. Now back to you, Alex and Christine.
Laura, I feel like we grew up with her working in the news here, but you have some personal stories of her.
I do, Christine, because often when I would be at events, whether it was a parade or a dinner, these were Latino events, I would see Gloria, and she always had a kind word of encouragement to me. Sometimes it was a very brief conversation because she was busy and I was busy, but basically she was saying, push forward. You can do it. You can go to the high point, the top echelon. Do not be deterred because someone who doesn't look like you has never done it before. And I was always grateful for her words of encouragement, and mostly for the example that she set and for the hard work that she did in the community day in and day out, and she didn't care if she created adversaries in that battle.